Welcome back once again, everybody. We are now in June of year 3. You can see that we just finished off the first cutting of the corn, topping off, or first cutting of the grass, uh, topping off the haylage over in the silos. The corn is looking absolutely fantastic. We are 100% fertilized with an 80% yield bonus there. I didn't have enough lime to finish this field, so we'll have to worry about that again in the future. Got the soybeans up here. We got Elliot out there somewhere with the cultivator getting rid of some of these little weeds. He must be all the way down at the end because the graphics aren't picking up the tractor anywhere. But there's a tractor out there somewhere taking care of the weeds. He might be in the far field. I think I'm put him out there. So we got some weeds here, but we got a 92%, well now 80% yield bonus there. This cornfield has a 95% yield bonus because the only thing we did not do was roll it. Go over here and check out the oats. But what we're actually gonna be doing in this video today is taking care of that issue you see up there in the top right corner. The bank account is living on a prayer right now, but it is June. Top price for soybeans has just hit. There's Elliot with the 4630 cultivating out there in the beans. And 100% fertilized, 74% yield bonus on the oats, which should be possibly ready next month in July. But like I said, it is high time to get rid of some soybeans. Remember last year we waited until July, which was a mistake. So we're in June now. The top price right now is $21.89 at the grain elevator right in town. So we're gonna go ahead and start working on making some money because we need some equipment to buy, or we have some equipment we need to buy. I need to get, oh, I don't know what happened there. Looks like I got, oh, I know what happened there. I accidentally had the planter set on sunflowers instead of corn when I first started, so I got a little patch of sunflowers there in my cornfield. It happens from time to time. But we're going to need to get a corn head to go on this 6600 combine, and then we're going to need to go ahead and buy a slurry tank. I think in the long run it's going to be cheaper than sitting there leasing one. I did have to change up a couple of things on the farm though. I took down the lean-to shed and put up a second slurry pit over here. And the reason I did that is because, and I don't know if it's a setting on the barn or it's just my game's not cooperating. This one over here is supposed to automatically fill from the barn. It says it has a capacity of 1.4 million liters, but it keeps stopping at 50,000. So what we're going to have to do is get a trailer, and every month we're going to have to pump that out and go put it in the other slurry pit so that we can stockpile it for the fall when we need it for fertilizer. But what we're going to do is head into town first, and there's a reason I'm doing this. We are going to sell off all of the soybeans because we do need the money right now. But before we do that, we're doing a little experiment. So one of the things that I forgot about when I created this map and was putting all my property together is that I put down a brewery and a distillery over here on this part of town. So I have the ability to make beer. Now what I also didn't realize is that there were two versions of it, and I put in the unrealistic version. So if you look here, I can make Bush beer with water and corn. I can make Coors beer with water and wheat. I can make Budweiser with water and oats. And I can make Miller with water and soybeans. Currently you can see there's 2,500 liters of soybeans in there. I do, oh, that's unfortunate. I do have a case of Miller here, but what we're going to do is, if I go to the price menu, I believe the top price for beer is in August. Let me go down here and look. So the top price for Miller beer is in August at $4,600. So what I've done is, because I've done one full trailer of soybeans into the factory, I'm going to go sell one trailer of soybeans now at the elevator, write down that amount, and then when we go sell the beer that came off of the other trailer, we're going to do a little of experimentation and see which one is more profitable. Now, one of the side effects to this is that this is not a mod that came with the base game. So I've tried a forklift. You can see it sitting there. I've tried this truck, which is supposed to automatically load trailers or load pallets, but the game doesn't recognize these pallets as existing, so I have to cheat and use my super strength mod to pick these up and load them in the trailer. But you can see there, I got quite a stockpile already. I think we've been going for 2 or 3 months making this beer. So next month we are gonna sell that off and see which one's more profitable. And if it's more profitable to do the beer, well, then I'll start hauling my oats, corn, and soybeans over here instead of selling them at the elevator. So we need to back up to this trailer right here and hook it up. And then what we're gonna do, I'm gonna turn my super strength back off. We're good. That's also part of the reason why the money has gone down, is because we have to pay for water and utilities. Now there's a production cost each month, so it charges you, the game charges you to run those productions, so it's not for free, so that cost has to be factored in. Over here we have a storage warehouse, but here's the elevator. So we're gonna go in here and I'm gonna sell these 8,000 liters of soybeans. Oh, I guess it's right here. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit so I can make sure I get the second trailer lined up. And so we're gonna sell this trailer of soybeans and see how much money we get. And of course, since I am recording, it's covering up my screen so I can't see it completely. But what I'll do is, once this is done, maybe. Alright, at 17 something. But I can go over here, I can go to my balance sheet and go to June and go to harvest income, 17,554. So what we're gonna do now is, when we go sell that whole trailer load of beer, we'll see if it exceeds 17,554, and if it does, well, then we're going to start supporting the local alcohol industry. I'm going to go ahead and speed things up now, and I might have you guys tag along while I deliver the rest of the soybeans. Alright, we're into July now, so we ended up getting just a touch over $64,000 in total for the soybeans. What I failed to realize is that the high price of corn was in June as well. So we've made it to July and that price has dropped a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead and sell off a couple wagonfuls of corn. Kind of the same thought process as with the soybeans. So I have plenty of room in the silos for more corn in the fall. You can see up there in the distance the oats are ready, so we got to get the oats harvested, but I have a few soybeans left in the truck. So I'm just going to go ahead and sell those now, and then if we decide that the beer is going to be more profitable, then next time around we will do that instead. And I forgot which bin the corn was in, which should be in, I think the corn's in the last one. Nope, the corn's in this first one right here. Did I get close enough? No, I didn't. We have 36,000 liters, or 32,000 liters, I think it is. So it was really gonna let me put corn back there on top of the soybeans. That was weird. Let me find my corn. 32,000 liters. Let's see. I will get 11,000. So I'll get. Oh, if I can get through here. I have to turn around again. So I'll get around close to about 22,500, 22.5 here. We'll get those sold off, as I just am not driving very well today. I'm gonna get something broken. Let's see if we can back these up and turn it around the other way. I'm just a walking, talking blooper reel on these last few episodes. But we'll get these sold off. Now the price of corn at its top end is only in the 800s, but obviously you get a higher yield, so the same field produces more corn than it does soybeans. Because if you remember right, we put a couple of loads of corn into the silos for CCM, and then we still have enough to probably fill 3.5 gravity wagons in the bin. So obviously we got a lot more corn than we did beans. That, the price offsets that. But if the experiment with the beer on the soybeans pays off, then we will do the same thing with the corn and the oats. Here coming up, the high price for the beer is not until August. So I looked at the menu. I'll show you here while we're dropping off this corn. But it still could go up another $400 or $500, so we're not gonna sell quite yet. We're gonna wait one more iteration, or toward the end of July, maybe the beginning of August, to do that, so we can get the top price and see how that experiment works out. In the meantime, we're gonna harvest the oats and get them stored away. Try to maximize some profits here. So we'll get these soybeans off. Obviously we're in July now, so that price has gone back down. Yeah, about $3,000 or so. That's not bad. There wasn't much in there. So now we're at 88.4. So let's see how much we get for this corn. Takes a while. A little over 10,000 it looks like. Maybe close to 11 there. No, my math is horrible. 9. My math is horrible. Let's get the second one here. That's still not bad. We're going to be over 100,000. I don't think we've been close to that high once before. So while we're doing that, I'll show you. So the corn price for in July, it capped out at 869, but you can see right there it's still going down. The grain elevator's at 840. So there's only actually one other place on here that's at 841. So we did pretty good there. The beer, we have to wait. I think one more month is what I was looking at. So we are, yeah, so the top price it goes all the way up at 46. You can see on the line where we're at right there. They're up to 41, but we're going to let that go a little bit higher so we can get the max. Looking forward to getting some beef cows so we can start doing some steak and some pork chops and some burgers down here. Actually, it looks like the pork chops, bacon, and burgers are more profitable. And then we're also going to look at maybe putting down a dairy, our own dairy, purchasing that dairy, because down here you can see I can sell cheese for a top price at $3,500 if I do that, whereas the top price on the milk is $1,300. So, and we're up to 25,000 liters, but that top price is in January. I could go ahead and sell off now because I do have a full, probably a full load since I'm at 25,000 liters, but I'm gonna stop over here and see if there's any beer to put in the trailer, and then I'm gonna go work on the oats, but I'm gonna try to come back and finish up this video in August with delivering the beer so we can see the results of our experiment. Alright, we got the oats out and we went ahead and slept until August, and the beer is now at $4,800. It's starting to go down, so we got to go get it sold off. Beer, liquor, cigarettes, sell point should be right here around the corner. I believe that's the sell point that's right over there. I can't, looks like yep, the green marker's down. So I put the straps on all the beer in the back here. It says we have 3,672. So now let's go see if we get more money for our beer than we did for our soybeans. Now let's see if this it's automatically unloading. And it looks like, again, when I record, I cannot see the profits underneath. Where am I looking for? Sold products, 20,859. So only by $3,000, but it's definitely more profitable to do the beer than it is to do the soybeans. So we're gonna bring our oats that we just harvested over here, start using those to make some beer. Probably bring some corn over here and start using that to make some beer. But I'm going to jump over to the farm now because we also probably have a truck full of milk to deliver, and that's going to be our last project for this episode. We got a full truck of milk. I may time-lapse this part, I haven't decided yet, but the Dairy Queen actually has a higher price than the dairy. So we're going to take this full load to the Dairy Queen to maximize our profits. Then we're going to come back and there should be about another 10,000 liters, so there should be another 70 to 80% truckload back at the farm. And we will take that and go to the dairy because I want to see, one, how much it's going to cost to buy the dairy, And then number two, what products I need to make the cheese, because if you remember from earlier, the price of the cheese was like 3 times as much as selling the milk. So let's go deliver some milk to Dairy Queen. I may time lapse this until we're at the dairy. Made it to the dairy, but you can hear the speakers. They're testing the speakers over there at the baseball field, sounds like. So to buy the production point, it's gonna be $70,000. So I don't think we're gonna do that right now. Just because I got some other stuff that I need to get to for the farm that's a little bit more important. But down the road, that might be an option. So we're just gonna jump in here, sell off this milk. Got just under $20,000 over there at Dairy Queen. We'll get a little bit less for this one. There's 10,000 there. And not bad. So now we're up to $163,000. Now we got to spend some money. So the two main things I wanted to get are the slurry tank. So there's that, $23,000. And then a bigger manure spreader. This one looks like this. Not only is this New Holland half the price of this Lizard brand, it also looks like it holds just a little bit more and has a little bit bigger spread capacity. So there's $19,000 there. That leaves us with 118,000. So I'm just gonna go price. Actually, I needed to get a corn header first. So let's go get that. Gotta go all the way down here and get a 643. Dang, $22,000. So there's our corn header for the combine. Now that leaves us with 96,000. So now I believe I need to go to medium tractors. And I gotta find it. Where are you at? There's we're not ready for a 4755 yet. That's too new. There's a 7520. Oh, that's the same mod that we used to get the 7020. So if we wanted to upgrade to a 7520, we could. But I think we're good right now. I am looking for... There's the 40... Here's the 4640. So this 4440 goes up to 130 horsepower. It's 60,000. 4640 here goes up to 132 horsepower. 4840 goes up to 151. I think, let's just see after I add duals and everything else that I want to add to it. $69,000 right there. And that's going to leave us with about 20-some thousand left over. I don't know if that's going to be quite enough to make it through the winter, but I think we have enough corn and oats and stuff. I think we'll make it through. So I'm going to go ahead and do it. Wide stance duals, row crop duals. We'll do row crop duals with full weights, factory mirrors. I'm not going to add the modern flashers, $69,000. We're going to do it. All right, so we're up. We now have a 4840, and actually with that, I may be able to sell the 7020. We'll see. I might actually go and sell the 7020. Let's see how much money I can get for that now. Because the 7020, it's got 165 horsepower. I could get 12,000 for that, so if I do need some money, I can go ahead and sell the 7020 off. So that's where we're at now. So I'm going to head back to the farm. I don't know when I will record next. Maybe if we start making some more beer or whatnot, we get enough money to buy the dairy. I'm trying to keep each episode with something unique that you haven't seen before, but we'll go from there. So thanks for watching this episode. Remember to, as always, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to stay up to date on what I'm doing here on the Old School Farm. And we'll see you next time.